Welcome to the Sunday morning simulcast with RomWills. Don't look down on someone. One day it could be you. And I want y'all to think about what I just said. One day it could be you. No matter what you see somebody going through, don't look down on them. If you can, help them out. If you can't help them, at least say a prayer for them with whichever spiritual system that you follow. I mean, seriously, because I don't care what's going on. Don't look down on them. Don't be like, oh, look at them, ha ha. Like, don't be walking through a homeless camp looking at them. I've known some people who've gone through homelessness. Technically, I was married with a pregnant wife and a toddler, technically homeless. Technically. We had a very beautiful friend who let us stay in her basement, but we didn't have a home. It's tough. Everybody goes through something, and you might go through it. You never know. And people know I always talk about reading stories of successful people. They went through some stuff. That's part of the thing. I remember seeing a clip of somebody who's he's a pretty big barber. He's a pretty big barber, but he went through some stuff. He had actually got to a high place, but then went through some stuff himself. And there's plenty of stories. You never know. You never know. You never know what can happen. Tomorrow you can work hard. Tomorrow's not guaranteed. Tomorrow is not guaranteed. You never know when you might go through something. I remember when I was living in D.C., there was this drunk guy who, let's just say, there were a couple times me and him were going to come to blows. But I knew a bus driver who knew him. He said, yeah, this guy's, he wasn't like this at first. He had a regular job, would go to work, but then all of a sudden he lost that job. You don't know what the story is behind any person. You don't know it. Don't look down on them. I mean, you don't have to invite them into your home. You maybe could give them some money, or give them a little change, or you could help out in a way that you can. But whatever you do, even if you just say a prayer for them, don't look down on them. You never know. You never know. People go through some stuff. And I'm going to tell you what, I'm still waiting to find out the person who's gone through life without any issues. I'm still waiting to find out. And there might be some. They might have been born in the right place and they might have had a good amount of luck. But you don't look down on anybody. You don't know. Like I said, I don't look down on anybody who's homeless, because technically I was homeless. Technically. Yeah, we had a good friend we could stay in the basement with, but that was, any other time it might have been something else. There's people out here sleeping in their cars. In fact, I saw a video clip yesterday. While I might watch something here and there while I'm uploading videos, and I saw a clip of an older lady down in Florida who was sleeping in her car. She was sleeping in her car. And I've known a couple gentlemen who were sleeping in their cars. I've known them. I didn't know it at the time with one of them, but he was still going through something. And there's a lot of people who go through something. But one of the things I found is they still rise up. You might be in that position. You never know. No matter where you living now, you don't know what can happen. Especially we're in a time now where both the federal government, they're laying off people, and in private industry. That's even bigger in private industry. And I'm thinking, and my first thought is, what are these people going to do? My first thought is, how are they going to pay their mortgage, their rent? There's a lot of people suffering. You can't look down on them, because that might be you. Never have some cockiness where you feel like, well, yeah, look at me, I'm up here. You might not be up there all the time. In fact, if you are in a position where you're doing good, say a prayer of thanks. However you worship God, Say a prayer of thanks. Be grateful. Be thankful that you are in that position. Because you no telling what you can go through. It could be you. Be happy. Because there are many people going through some stuff. I remember when I was in the hospital. When I had my medical emergency back in 2023, there was a man in there just yelling. He was caught on opiates. Or opioids, whatever the term is. He was just yelling in the hospital. I was like, who's that? He was like, he's just caught up going through an overdose. You just never know. I wasn't in that position. You never know. And even when I had that medical emergency, I remember I was in a therapy center and there was a woman who was across the hall from me. She couldn't even move. She couldn't move out of her bed. I was just thankful just to be in a position where I could work to walk again, where I could work to eat again. You don't know what anyone is going through. You don't know what they're going. You might be able to see what they're going through physically, but you don't know what they're going through mentally. One of the things, I used to work at the United States Department of Justice, the Disability Rights section, back in the 90s. Yeah, one of my 1,000 jobs. But one of the things I found out working there are a lot of people who have some mental health issues, but they still working. And since that time, I would see people and I would realize, they still going through something. Now, I wouldn't look down on them. And there were a couple that got on my nerves. I'm not going to lie, they did get on my nerves, but I didn't look down on them. I mean, she would work in retail. There were a lot of people who should have been in a bigger position, but they were in that position. They were going through some stuff. Met a lot of people. And you know what, no matter what, even if they get on your nerves, you can't look down on them. One day it could be you. And I want you to think about that. I want everybody to sit back and think about that. First, be thankful for where you at. Be thankful for the success that you have. Be thankful. Be thankful every single day. You never know when it can change. You never know. I'm doing very well for myself right now, but I don't know. Indeed, I remember before I got really started working on my own, just doing videos and really not having to work for anyone. And I remember this was back in 2017, and we had on YouTube, they had what was called the ad apocalypse. And just as I was about to leave the job that I was on, that ad apocalypse hit. So I had to stay on that job a few more months. I had to stay on it. You never know what can happen. You never know. Even with platforms such as this, you never know. You never know what you're doing. No matter what, you could be making 6 figures. You never know. Don't look down on somebody else. Don't look down. Now, if you can help them, good. If you can pray for them, even better. That might be all you can do, but you know what? That's something. That is something right there. But don't look down on them. One day it could be you. I want you to think about that. I want you to really think about that. As I mentioned about successful people, I've read the stories of many successful people, known some successful people. They've gone through some stuff. They have gone through some stuff. Don't look down on anyone, all right? And I've talked primarily about homelessness, but it could be anything. I know someone who's gone through a bad breakup. A couple people, actually. It really messed them up. But if you see them, you might not think that. But you don't look down on them. You try to help as best as possible. And because even the people who've gone through breakups, I tried to help as best as possible. Tried to be there for some people. So whatever you can do to help, but whatever you do, don't look down on them. You just never know, all right? So anyway, this is all I have for today. Really think about this one. Really, really think about this one. And be thankful. If you're doing well in life, be very thankful. And for whenever you encounter somebody who's not doing as well, Help them as best as you can, But at the very least, pray for them. All right? So anyway, that's all I have for today. Keep rising to become the best person that you can be. Peace and blessings.